Alrighty, traders, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to the showdown. And as you can see right here, it's not Cameron actually hosting the show. It's going to be me because Cameron is actually on leave today. And so I will be taking over the show this morning as we go ahead and dive into some trade opportunities. So traders, stick around. We're not going to only take a look at some Forex trade setups, but we may even go ahead and, I don't know, take a look at futures, see what's going on with that. So traders, stick around. We're going to go ahead and have a full house this morning as we dive into the markets. I'll see you right after this. All right, traders, well, welcome to the show, and it's going to be a bunch of things that we're going to go ahead and cover this morning as we go ahead and dive into some fantastic setups here based on the fact that we did get some news out this morning, and the news that came out this morning did show that we had some positive job numbers out for the Canadians and some negative numbers out for the US. Now, you would think with that sort of news that you would see a bearish move in the US dollar CAD. Well, we're definitely going to go ahead and dive into those details this morning as we dig deeper into the why behind why the markets are moving the way they are. So without further ado, my friends, we're going to go ahead and jump into the charts. And we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what's going on with the market this morning. So let's go ahead and swing it to the left here. And let's go take a look at the setups that we have here on the chart. All right, going in first, diving into the news this morning. Here it is. All right. We have, you can see right here, we had jobs that came out for the US, negative news for the negative numbers. They expected 164K, came out at 142. Look at the Canadian jobs. Jobs came out for the Canadians, 22K. They expected 23.7. And so that's a lot better from the previous. So it's a little lower than their forecast, but it's certainly much better than the previous numbers they had last month. And so that is huge for the Canadians. Now, again, you would think that we would have a US dollar CAD bearish move, but yet we've seen the market move back north. Let's go into the US dollar CAD right here. Let's go ahead and dive into the 1 hour time frame right here. And traders, you can see right here, price is starting to push back up north. And again, you think to yourself, why would the Canadians weaken? Why would this be a Canadian weak move? And the jobs are good, all right? And the US is bad, so you would think it would be the opposite move, right? Well, you remember that the central bank for the Canadians, especially this week, they went ahead and cut the rates again, 25 basis point. So they've been cutting rates, all right? Now, when they're cutting rates, that means they're expecting the inflation numbers to start going down. How does inflation numbers start going down? Less spending. If there's less spending, that means there's less jobs, all right? Less people employed, less people spending money. Hence the reason why you start seeing inflation start dropping down. But with the inflation, with the jobs now showing that there's higher employment rate, that means that there's going to be more spending. That means that there's a question behind, did the central banks do the right thing? 3 times back to back, they've gone ahead and cut rates 25 basis point. Is the next sort of stance for the central bank for the Canadians going to be stand aside and no more cutting until we start seeing some downside turn, or let's see the inflation numbers continue to do what they're hoping it's going to do? Well, that's probably the reason why we're seeing. Now, this could be also just a market reaction, all right? And so you remember something, traders, there are 4 reasons why price moves. Price moves because rebalance of insufficiency, rebalance of equilibrium, markets looking to create liquidity, and markets looking to hunt for liquidity. Now, if we're looking to hunt for liquidity, then that means we have to identify where the draw of liquidity is going to be, where the market's going to drive to take the liquidity out of the market, right? So where is the draw of liquidity? That's the question that we're going to be looking at and paying a little bit more attention to this morning. So traders, let's go into some trade opportunities. We're going to look at that 4 currency pairs. The CAD Swiss, we're currently still holding the CAD Swiss. We're going to look at the US dollar CAD, New Zealand CAD, Aussie CAD, and then of course the Euro US dollar, and we're going to break it down and look for a trade opportunity. So let's go ahead and dive into. I'm going to dive into the US dollar CAD right here because I got the chart open right here. So let me go ahead and dive into this now, traders. I have a lot of information here. As you can see right here, I have a lot of information on this chart. And some of you might be sort of overwhelmed by it, but I'm really going to be paying attention to the details that I want to pay attention, and that is the draw of liquidity, right? So, and again, if there is no draw of liquidity, and draw of liquidity also could be insufficiency as well, where price is trying to rebalance insufficiency or equilibrium. So, I'm looking over here, traders, and we did see this nice bearish candle appearing right here. Now, when you see a bearish candle sitting over here, what is the first thing that retail traders are thinking, right? Think about retail traders that trade patterns. You see in a dark cloud cover, what does a retail trader do when a dark cloud cover appears? They look to sell it. Now, I'm not saying that's not going to work out, but I'm saying that if things don't, if we see price moving above insufficiency, then that means the price is going to target liquidity. And where's the draw of liquidity going to be? It's going to be resting above these highs, right? This is where you'll see liquidity resting. This is where the sell stops are going to be sitting, all right? So we're going to see some resting sell stops right here, buy stops right here, right? Resting buy stops right here. This is why it's called buy side liquidity, all right? There we go. So it's resting buy stops right here at the top. So which means that price is going to do this, manipulate above, all right? Once again, draw to liquidity, and then move back down south again. Because the overall, if we look at the overall right here, we are overall bearish on the US dollar CAD. All right, we're on the south side of the curve overall. So which means that we're expecting price to continue to sweep these liquidity lows down here and get down to this fair value gap, probably this breaker block sitting over here. So we're expecting price to retrace, all right, do its thing here, and then go down. So which means that there's an internal structure we have to pay attention to. We got more or less the idea of what we anticipate on the external, where the external is going to be, where the draw is going to be on the external, but we've got to focus on the internal, right? Because the internal is going to be able to grab us that 20 pips that we're looking for. All right, so let's go down to the 4-hour time frame. And on the 4-hour, we can see that price is already starting to sweep here, but don't get caught up on this, traders. Why? Because remember, okay, we have a order block sitting over here. All right, this is actually a breaker block. Is a 1-hour breaker block. So if I go back here to the 1 hour, and I can see right here, we got a breaker block sitting over here, right here. So really, to be honest with you, this is where we should be looking to sell. Now, when you're trading futures, all right, just FYI, you can trade as low as a 1-minute time frame, even a 15-second chart, all right, maybe even a 30-second chart. And so what we look for here is we're looking for a sell model, and a sell model would sort of give us this sort of setup right here, where the market's causing accumulation, then we see manipulation down here, and then we see price distribute. In fact, I spoke about this in my live sessions. I think it was even on Wednesday, and I said that this could be a manipulation move. So price will go ahead and sweep liquidity and then back up here towards that order block sitting over here, the breaker block. Sorry, not order block, breaker block. And so here is the place where you're going to go ahead and sell. Now, if I was trading futures, then what I'd wait for is price moving to this area and then look for something on a 5-minute, 1-minute time frame to go ahead and confirm that we've seen a change of character, change of market structure, all right, at those areas, and then look for an entry model based on that. Now, because we use a cost average, not like futures where we go ahead and enter with stops, protect your positions, because you really can't cost average with futures unless you want to add into a winning position rather than add into a losing position. But in this case here, right here, we should be looking at this and saying, hey, this is a great place to go ahead and sell. So we've had price manipulation right here, but we're looking for price to test this resistance and then push back down. So which means if price comes back up here and drops back down south, that's a 27 pip drop. But if it goes back and takes out the low, that's a 66 pip drop right here. All right. And so if I look over here at the model I'm looking at, I see price did fall down. We did see a sweep of the high right here. All right. Then we broke through this. So we had a market structure shift right here. All right. Then price came and actually took out this external there. And we went into a little bit of range. We saw manipulation. Now price is coming back to retest insufficiency right here. All right. And so at that point, it makes sense why we'd see price falling down, because we're moving from being on the buy side of the curve short term, because we switched over right here. Our external and internal model are now lining up, where we're now looking for price to move to the south side of the curve. And so what we should be looking for is insufficiency, rebalancing, all of that good stuff that is going to push price to a lower level. Now, I'm going to go ahead and look at my insufficiency right here. And also not my insufficiency. I'm going to look at my rebalancing level. You can see right here, we have equilibrium right here. So based on this range, we're in premium right now. Okay. And because we're in premium, we should be looking for price to want to go ahead and short. All right. So let me go ahead and move this out the way. And I'm also going to look for, let's go take a look at our deviation. All right. So I'm looking at my deviation. Let's see if I've got price moved over here, but we still got room for price to move into this area. So this is where my target should be. And let me see if I can pull up some here. This is right here. This is where profit zone is. Now, price tapped into this area already. All right. We saw price tapping into this area already. But I'm going to go ahead and call that my profit taking area right here, or zone. All right. Because that's really what it is. Now, I have still an opportunity for price to want to go ahead and push a little lower. I'm just going to make this green and just do a little green here. Perfect. There. All right. Now, traders, we got this. This is the hourly chart. It's struggling to break above here, but we did see it go back in here. We also see a big fair value gap sitting over here. And I believe this is, what is this? This is a daily? Come on. See what that is. What is that? Here we go. Oh, okay. So 1 hour. All right. There we go. Now we can see it. All right. So we got a nice fair value gap sitting over here. I would prefer to see price come back all the way up here to the top. But if I'm going to go ahead and trade it right here, then I'm going to look for about another 25. I don't mind entering, re-entering on the setup right here. And so I'm looking at an internal draw right here, but that's, of course, if price switches. Now, this is, to me, just a inside structure. So traders, without further ado, before I run out of a good trade right here, actually, let's take a look at the 5 minute. 5 minute, look at the 5 minute. Accumulation, manipulation, now distribution back down here. And if it's going to continue to distribute, we're going to go back down here. So traders, I'm going to go ahead and short on this while we've got some time. And I'm using my I'm using our Pip Hunter Trading Tool right here. By the way, this has changed. We've updated it. We've actually got it's actually a lot more sophisticated. We've got a new update of this, which is going to be released today at around about 12 o'clock today. We've got a new version of this, but I'm going to go ahead and short the market right here. This tool helps you be able to manage your positions. All you got to do is just enter. It sets everything up. We actually have made it now where you can actually enter different levels. You can also enter at a certain place and put stop losses on. So there's a much more sophisticated system that is being released here at 12 o'clock today. So anyway, here we go. So we've shorted the market, all right? expecting price to hold here. If it does push back into this block, we may end up getting into a second entry point on that, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. All right, but I'm looking for price to at least get some sort of rejection here at this order block, or this breaker block. If this breaker block does not hold and price moves back above it, then maybe this is going to be the draw, and we're going to see price moving up a little higher. All right, but right now, because we're on the south side of the curve, I'm really paying attention to price. I want to come back down and target these lows down here. All right, let's move on to the next counter pair. New Zealand CAD. All right, so we had this. Let's go to the daily time frame here on this. And so on the daily right here, we did go ahead and sweep the low right here. By the way, we short on the flagship product. We're actually short the New Zealand CAD, and our target was this low right here. And price came just about 2 or 3 pips away from it and moved away. We're looking for about 240 pips in that trade. We didn't get it. But it's not like we're totally done yet, all right? This market is still telling us that because of the sweep of that low, still saying that we've got sort of like a bearish trend that's developing here. Here you can see. Took out the low, so we swept the low. We said a little bit of displacement below that, not convincing enough here on the 4 hour. And price has gone ahead and moved back down. And so I look at this and I go, I'm seeing a structure here. I'm seeing a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so price comes back up, sweeps the fourth wave higher right here. That's typical in this price action. We see now a bearish candle developing here. So therefore, I'm looking for price to continue to work its way back down. And my draw is going to be my target down here. So if I look over here from where we're at now to where we're going, that's 44 pips. So traders, guess what I'm going to do on the New Zealand CAD? I'm going to want to go ahead and short this. Now, check this out. We had the market pushing back down. We had a big rally. Price put down. We got a retest of that. It's filling insufficiency right here. And so for me, this would be a sell. No doubt about that. I'm going to go ahead and sell on the New Zealand CAD right here. That's it. Quick and easy. Simple in that trade. All right. Moving on to the Aussie CAD right here. Let's go take a look at the Aussie CAD. Now, Aussie CAD doing something weird here. Did the same thing. Rallied up, dropped back down. Let's go to the daily time frame. Here we got the daily. We had our external draw up here. Price went ahead and swept that. We saw a nice little break of that market structure shift right here. We had displacement well below. Price moved up to an order block. Fantastic. All right. Exactly what we want to look for right here. And then what happened? Price started working its way back down. Now, we've got this order block right here. I believe we're going to go through that. We're going to chase after that. That's our draw of liquidity down there at 90.18. So we're fighting with this order block that we had yesterday developed, but we should be able to trade through that. So get through 90.62. So traders, and once again, I think this is going to be a sell. All right, let's go to the one hour time frame to confirm this. We saw a breaker structure right here. Price comes back up. We've got equal highs. We're looking for price to sweep the low and get lower. Definitely is a sell for me on this pair. So let's go ahead and sell on that. All right, next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the Euro US dollar. Let's see what's happening on the Euro US dollar. Now, before we get into the Euro US dollar, I want to go ahead and make sure that everyone understands that we partner up with different companies. We've partnered up with TradingView. If you are looking to sign up with TradingView, make sure you go ahead and check out our links. We're going to have it on our website. To go ahead and click on our link, support Traders Network Club. And if you do support us, please let us know because we'd love to go ahead and help you with some trading content. But also, traders, very important right here. If you're looking for a broker, all right, check this out. Alrighty, traders. Well, listen, if you're looking for a broker, check out ACAP. Our links are inside the description. Go ahead and check it out. But also, traders, if you do sign up with ACAP and you open up a trading account with more than $10,000, in fact, if you open up with a $3,000, a $5,000, a $10,000, let us know. Use our link, connect with us, and let us know that you've gone ahead and done that, because we've got free services that we want to get you guys involved. All right, we got our VIP, we got our starter, we got our trade copiers. Make sure that you check out ACAP, great company out in Australia, reputable company, not a company that's going to run away with your money, but very good company to work with. We've been working with it for a while, and they've been very supportive. We've come to them with an idea that we want to help traders to be able to succeed in trading, and they've given us the opportunity to be able to offer you guys free education, free tools, free access to live sessions, free access to trading signals by signing up with a live trading account. Go ahead and support them, support us, and we'll help you get started. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at now the Aussie Canadian dollar. All right, Aussie Canadian dollar. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. We've looked at this. We've already looked at the Aussie Canadian dollar. We've placed the trade already. My bad. Yep, we placed the trade in Aussie. So we got Euro US dollar. There we go. So Euro US dollar. What do we got here on the Euro US dollar? All right, traders. We've seen price. Now, again, see how price comes back to this order block? Now, we've got to realize that some of the stuff right here is already played off. So let's go to the, let's take a look over here. So we have this big wedge forming right here. Price has really gone ahead and hit the external. So we've seen a sweep of the external high here on the daily. Now we've got this inside structure that's forming right here, and we got to go ahead and look at a couple of things. First, number one, let me just take a look at this deviation right here. We're looking at price. I want to go ahead and maybe target all the way up here, so we can see price coming up into this area. I'm going to go ahead and mark it off right here as our profit taking zone. Okay, and let's do that. I'm going to top up here. Profit, let's go profit taking zone right there. And oh, by the way, listen here, guys. If you guys are not connected to my Instagram channel, make sure you go ahead and do that. Go ahead and check out on Instagram, FxBigDog. Look for me, find me. Go ahead and follow. I'm sending some great content out that way, but also more importantly, I've had some great comments and great feedback from the students that are following our trade ideas. Some of the students, I might want to share it, but not actually show the video. But they are showing me results that they are getting, 12%, 13%, 20%, 15%. This whole year they've been doing absolutely killer. And this is fantastic. This is fantastic. And I appreciate you guys sharing with me, sharing your success. It's very, very cool for me to be able to see that. Now, let's go take a look over here. So check out my Instagram account. Make sure you guys follow. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. So we have the market setting up over here, and we have price pushing up higher. We see a draw, another external draw right here. Now the question is, see this order block sitting over here? This daily order block right here is holding. Now that's important right here, all right? This is so important. And the reason why it's important is because that is now becoming our a bearish breaker block, right? So we got a bearish breaker block sitting over here, and price is respecting that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in to our 1 hour, and I'm going to look over here, and I already see price sweeping the low right here, right? So if price sweeps that low, then we see this as manipulation right here, sweeps the high right here. And so we're going to expect price to want to move further down south. All right. Now, this might be a little different to what we saw in the US dollar CAD, because the US dollar CAD, we saw the opposite. We saw US dollar CAD actually looking to want to sell. So this could be a hedge position, because if I'm wrong and price goes up, we'll pick up some new positions, but we're expecting this breaker block to hold here. So could we see price trying to rebalance this area right here? It's possible. We could see price coming back to rebalance and then heading back down south. But we could also see price looking to drop back down to, look at this order block sitting over here. We haven't tapped into this order block. So we could get a short-term dip first and then a rally. So traders, I'm going to short the euro US dollar just so we can see if price, this might be a hedge against the US dollar CAD, but it's just enough to be able to get us back to this low right here. There it is. Tap the low, sweep that low, and then go ahead and move back up north again. And it might be a hedge against our US dollar CAD position. So, yep, this is the low right here. We're actually targeting the low down here. So we've got enough to be able to get back to that low, sweep the low, get to the order block, and then see a bounce off that order block. All right, so that's what I'm looking for right here. Also, this order block does have a good fair value gap right here that price has tapped into already. So the low right here, we're probably looking to sweep that low before price goes ahead and moves back up again. So I'm not saying that we're hitting bearish right now. All right, I'm saying that we do have reason why market could be moving bearish. And so we're going to trade that based on the short-term model. So our short-term model shows that we actually have a sell model sitting up here on the US dollar, the euro US dollar right here. Go into the 4-hour right here. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. And the 4-hour also tells us that we could tap into this order block right here. We have a daily order block sitting over here. And that is also, actually, this is not the 4-hour, this is the daily. We got a daily order block sitting over here. So yes, traders, I think we're going to see price doing this and then continue to move north. All right. This external draw will be the draw, but once we get into this area right here. So in the meantime, I think we might see some downside movement in the euro US dollar. All right. Now, I could be wrong on the US dollar CAD position, or the US dollar CAD could just be sideways in today's trading. All right. Now, traders, we say we're going to go into some futures trading as a bonus for today. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at some futures trading as a bonus today. And I want to go ahead and take a look right here. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump in to MQ right here for a minute. All right. Now, traders, clean up charts. Do a complete cleanup right here. If anyone is trading futures, or someone's interested in futures, go ahead and send us an email at support@TradersNetworkClub.com. We want to go ahead and find out how many people are actually interested in futures trading, because we might actually have a live futures session starting inside our membership as well, which means we're going to be focused on trading futures on a day-to-day basis and really looking at our 950 macro as well as our 150 macro. There might be some opportunities throughout the day, but we're going to try and see if we can get certain scheduled days. So now I've missed the 950 macro. 1050 is coming up, but let's go take a look and see what we've got here. So here's the daily setup right here. Actually, the 4-hour. Got the 4-hour right here. Now, what I'd like to do on the 4-hour right here, I'd like to get the bias. Actually, let me go to the daily first. So, all right. So this is important. See how this candle right here, how price failed. So based on this, you would think price would want to go back up north. So could this be just manipulation? And if it is manipulation, where would price move to? Well, price will move because of 4 reasons, right? We mentioned that before. It looks to rebalance insufficiency, rebalance equilibrium. Looks like it's looking to hunt liquidity or create liquidity. All right. So if that's the case, then let me go back down here and look for that reason. Do I see insufficiency right here? Yes, I do. Here's insufficiency sitting over here. So we have insufficiency sitting over here that price is currently trading in. Now we break it below that. That means this will be inverted, right? So this is going to be a fair value gap sitting over here. And then I'm looking over here and I see we got a big order block sitting over here. And I like to mark off that. And this is big. This is huge. In fact, let me take that and I'm going to use this order block sitting over here. Mark that off. The only thing here is I don't see insufficiency here. And that's why this order block to me is not valid. Okay, let's go to the 4-hour. Let me see if I can get a 4-hour setup here. All right, so we have something on the 4-hour. See price moving up, price moves down, creates it. We've got an order block sitting over here that becomes a breaker block. So that'll become our breaker block right here. This will be a bullish breaker block. And I'm going to do this. It's not going to be daily. This is going to be H4. So we're going to change it up to H4 here. And remember, traders do by the way, I said bullish, not bearish. So let's change that to bullish breaker block. And we're going to go H4. All right, there you go. And now I'm going to look over here. Yeah, you see over here on the 4 hour right here, we have a breaker block sitting over here. So I'm going to go ahead and, sorry, not a breaker block. This is an order block. So I'm going to go and this is a bullish order block sitting over here. There's my order block, bullish, bullish, bullish. There we go. I'm going to change this to H4. So we've got H4 order block there. All right, so traders, now look at this and I go, we have an AMD sitting up here. Accumulation, manipulation right here towards the order block. Now I want to see price distribute back up to this area right here. So this is going to be my draw of liquidity here on the 4 hour. So I'm going to mark off right here. My draw is going to be up here at the top. And it's important to understand what your draw is. So you've got your internal and external draw. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that as my external draw right here on the 4 hour. So draw of liquidity is the external right here. And I'm going to go mark it off as H4. All right, very important. So now I'm going down to the 15. This is where you can see all of that good stuff happening right here. So there is that accumulation. Here we see that manipulative move right here. Also, what's important is the 9 o'clock candle. So let's go to the 9 o'clock candle. And I want to mark off this 9 o'clock candle right here. It's important right here. So this is the 9 o'clock candle right there. And I want to mark off the high and low of that candle. Because if we start seeing price manipulation be back and above that area, it's important there as well. So let's go ahead and mark that off. And change that to the low. All right, perfect. So now I'm going to go to the 5-minute time frame. Woo, getting. So we're going to order block sitting over here. All right, so we don't see reversal yet. Now I'm going to go to the 1 hour. Sorry, the 1 minute. This is the 1 minute. All right, and on the 1 minute, traders, what I'll be looking for is reason to want to go north. Now we're inside this order block right here. All right, we're inside this order block. So which means a reversal and price could go back to test that breakout point of that 9 o'clock candle. So I want to go do this. Sorry, this is actually, I want to do this. I want to look for an opportunity here. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull in. Let's just take a look at the high right here. This is going to be my breaker structure right here. I'd like to look at market structure shift right here. All right, we're not there yet, so I'm not ready to go ahead and buy. And then I'd like to bring in NQ here for a minute. Let's see here, NQ. And I want to go ahead and pull in this. NQ, sorry, ES, my bad. Did I say NQ? I meant ES. All right, here we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at I'm going to take a look and see what NQ does with ES. And what I'm looking for right here is see if they are going to get some smart money reversal. All right. Let me see if I can pull this open right here. It's on the 1 minute time frame. I'm looking to see if I've got some divergence here. Smart money divergence here or smart money deviation. That's the 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour on this one right here. So we can see right here, we're definitely seeing smart money pushing lower. We're not seeing a reversal here. Let me see if I can get in another. Oh, okay. Let's pull up here. I am seeing an order block sitting over here. So price is tapping into this order block here on ES, and we're going to mark that off as an order block. Oops, that's a daily order block. Sorry, it's a bullish order block. So we see if the market's going to hold up there. Not a very big order block sitting over there, but something enough to push the market because we have accumulation, manipulation right here. So again, looking for price to manipulate back. We've got an order block sitting over here. So it looks like we're pushing south. I'm also looking at the Dow pushing south as well. Dow's breaking back below as well. So we are seeing the Dow. I'm just going to add this one to my charts. Add it to my. Add it to, what is this? The weekly. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're going to go back to the 5 minute right here. Go back to the 1 minute. We're starting to see a little bit of a push here. Go back to the 1 minute here. Now, we still got to trade back above here. And I want to see ES also reversing. So on ES, I'd like to see market structure shift right here. And that's not. It's starting to push a little bit right here, but not enough. Now I don't have the 13-second feed. I don't have a 13-second feed. I don't have a feed UL to get into the 13-second or the 15-second feed. I've got up until a minute, so I'm using a minute at the moment right now. So we'd like to see price trade back above. I would like to see price trade back above here. And then that's going to be my breaker block sitting there. I'm going to see if price can hold up at that breaker block. And this will be a bullish breaker block there. But remember, we've got to trade back above it first. And I need to see change of market structure. So there it is, starting to push back up again. And rightfully so, inside this order block, ES is doing the same thing here. Now, I don't really have smart money reversal developing over here. You can see right here, prices actually moved back down. So we don't have that on this. I do want to see if I've got any. Let's go take a look at the daily on this. I've actually got an order block over here. You see this daily order block in over here? So price is actually, sorry, it's a breaker block now. Price is actually testing the breaker block over here on the daily as well. On ES. So ES could be pushing back up again. Let's go back down here. And it doesn't look like, traders, I'm going to have a trade for you this morning. I was hoping to be able to have something here. And not setting up yet. Now, ultimately, the idea here is to look for price to take out the high right here, displace above, then look for price to come back to some sort of unicorn setup where we've got insufficiency order block, and then look to buy off that, and then also look at ES to see if we got ES doing something. Well, if we've got NQ doing this, all right, and ES is rallying up here, but what ES does is it goes up, but it doesn't take out the low there, and we start seeing some divergence between ES and NQ, then this might be the go right here, and then we're going to be targeting liquidity highs. And so if I go to the 15-minute right here, you see we don't have, the only thing that I can see price moving back up to is these order blocks over here. So yeah, if we break through here, this is going to be the draw back up here to this 1 hour range. Nope, doesn't look like we're going to have a trade this morning, guys. And it looks like that trade took place this morning at the 950. The 950 macro was probably the way to go, because here it is right here, 950. Price went ahead and created that low, or at least went again and retested that low. And we broke through there. So yeah, no setup right now. It's hoping to get that little bonus trades this morning on NQ, but it looks like we're not going to get one this morning. It's not setting up. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We might see a little bit of, look over here. Zoom in closer. So there is, look at this, bit of smart money. See if it, no, it's taking out the low. See, that's the thing. It takes out the low. If it did not take out the low, then I might look. Now, look at this. Now we have another very short move right here. So let's go ahead and move this. We might actually have something here. Look at that. So now we're looking at this. If price sweeps the high right here, maybe goes up to this order block, we might end up, this will be our draw of liquidity right here. Mark that off. And this could be the draw of liquidity there. And I'm going to call it my internal draw. There it is there. Come on. My chart's freezing up on me? Oh, goodness. Are you kidding me? Perfect time for the for me to lose connection to my VPS. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I just lost connection. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and mark that off as our draw. And let's just call it our internal draw right here. So that's gonna, yeah, let's go call it there. So we want to see a change of structure here. So look at ES broke through that low. So we're probably going to hit this one lower. ES breaks through. That's going to be the draw right here, or at least the break. And I got to see price breaking above that. Not quite there yet. No, it pushes lower. And that's what we need. We need price to come back to the bottom of that. Let's see. Is this the 1 hour? Yeah, we got that order blocks in here. It's actually the 4 hour right here. This is the 4 hour order block that's been respected right here. And again, if it blows through there, then we're going to come back down here, which means that we might stall a little bit right here, but I don't see it. But again, traders, I'm looking at this model, AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution back up here. Here's my external here. So that'll be the long-term draw, but we do have these internal targets here. All right, so we're starting to get a push again. Again, respecting this order block sitting over here on this 4 hour. Making sure that that holds, because if it doesn't, then I shouldn't be really looking for that reversal. Looking for a reversal here. Here's a high forming right here, but that's I'd like to see price sweep the high right there. No, it's not going to do it. Looks like we've seen a dump on NQ this morning, and I'm seeing the Dow also dumping this morning as well, which is a little unusual considering that I didn't expect that to happen. Let's go to let's take a look at the Dow right here quickly. See the Dow's sitting off over here. Let's go take a look and see if we've got any support on the Dow. Well, this is important. We've just swept the low right here once again. Actually, this is the low right there. We swept that low. And so with the sweep of that low, We're looking to see if price is going to come back. Here's an order block sitting over here. So let me delete that and pay a little bit more attention to this order block sitting over here. So here we have an order block sitting over here. Let's move it over here, order block. This is going to be a hourly, so I'm going to just change it over to hourly order block right here. So we're getting price coming into that there. Again, even if it's just a little bit bounce right here, the thing here is that we are with the market taking out the low there, we're on the south side of the curve right here, so I should be looking for continuation of this downside move. Let's go here again. We haven't broken through that order block yet. Let's go back to in Q, and let's go take a look at that right here. Still respecting that level. And we don't have a entry model set up yet. Still no entry model. Traders might take a little bit longer, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look right here. If price does sweep the high right here, what does that look like? If we sweep the high, it comes back to this order block right here. We buy at the order block. So price sweeps the high, comes back to the order block right here. If we buy, this is going to be the external draw right there. And then we'll probably place a stop loss tight below there. The risk reward ratio is 1 to 5. So it's going to be a good trade. It's going to be a good trade setup if we can get that that entry model to confirm. But it doesn't look like we're going to get it this morning. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can get it. All right, traders. Sorry to disappoint. All right, I thought we were going to get something this morning. I thought there was enough sort of volatility this morning to be able to get a good setup. We may have missed the 950 macro. And here we are at the 1050 macro. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. We got the 1050 macro. We might get something developing right now. So there could be a turnaround right here. But we're running out of time. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to go ahead and cut loose. All right, traders, go ahead and send an email to support@tradersnetworkclub.com. If you're interested in futures trading, we'd like to know, just so that we know that if we create a program around that, we are going to get a lot of interest for people to want to participate in those live sessions. So with that being said, traders, have a great weekend. Here is the trades. Let's go ahead and sum up our trades that we have right now. Looks like we're at break even on the euro US dollar right here. On the US dollar CAD, we've gone up 20. We're probably going to be entering a second position on US dollar CAD. We said that might happen. We're in the money currently right now on the Aussie CAD, and we are break even on the New Zealand CAD. So not a lot of action since we entered the market. We've got the rest of the day. Let's see if we get any sort of a move by the close of today. Those are the trades. By the way, if you go into the description down below, you will see that there is a Telegram channel as well. Make sure, traders, that you go ahead and click on that Telegram channel, because on that Telegram channel, you'll be able to get all the signals that we are placing trades. All the trades that we place will go to the Telegram channel. It's completely free. Go ahead and connect to it. Check it out. Telegram channel is the Telegram channel that's going to give you all the signals that we're placing. So if we place more trades, if we place additional trades, it will be inside there. Also, check out my personal Telegram channel, FxBigDog Telegram channel. Go down below as well. I do send out trades in that of exactly what I'm looking for, and give you a little bit of a heads up of what's going on with the market. And so if I do see a setup here on NQ this morning, I might go ahead and send it out there on my Telegram channel as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and connect. So with that being said, traders, have a fantastic weekend. Have an awesome weekend. We'll see you guys next time in the showdown. And Cameron will be back next week, Friday. So with that being said, this is FxBigDog signing off.